Welcome to our lecture online. Now we're going to explore a couple of things. First, we're going to introduce ourselves to some geographic features of Venus, but in addition to that, we're going to get used to the terminology they use to describe those particular geographic features, because there's a lot of different kinds of features and all are expressed on Venus with Latin-based names, and we're probably not that familiar with those Latin-based names, so we're going to translate those and explain what those actually mean. So here we have some nice pictures as an example. Here we have a caldera at the top of a mountain, which is a very slight depression. That particular caldera is called Sacagawea Paterra. So Paterra is the Latin-based name for slight depression or for a caldera or basically maybe an impact crater, something that causes a slight indentation in the surface. So we use the word Paterra for that. And then here we have a picture of a mountain, a volcanic mountain called Mons. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on these different types of geographic features, but especially now we're going to get familiar with the naming convention used for these different kinds of features. So let's go ahead and get started. But again, notice there's thousands of these features on the surface of the planet. They're all grouped in certain types, and so let's look at some of these types. Now, there were so many that I didn't want to put them all on the board at the same time. We'll do a second video with the remainder of the features, but notice we have things called Terra. Now, we're already familiar with those. Those are those large land masses that are higher in elevation than the rest of the planet. You can think of them as continents. There's three of those on the planet. They're called Ishtar, Aphrodite, and Lada. So they're large, high elevation regions. We have mountains. Of course, we use the Latin-based name Mons for singular mountain or Mons for more than one mountain. And there's 115 on the surface of Venus that have been named. There's also things called Regio, which are highlands. They're dotted all over the surface. We've taken a look at that as well. We've drawn a primitive map of those. There are 20 named Regios on the surface. Some of the big ones are Estla, which is 8,000 kilometers across. That's 5,000 miles, so that's pretty large. We have Auda at 5,000 kilometers across. Ulfrun at 4,000 kilometers across. That's 3,000 miles, 2,500 miles. So there's still fairly large regions that are higher in elevation than the rest of the surface on average. There's about 20 of those, all ranging probably the size of several thousand to about 5,000 kilometers across. Then we have things called Terra. There's 64 of those, and those are regions where you have a complex, jumbled, broken terrain. The big one is just, if we think of having Ishtar, Terra at the north end of the planet, near the North Pole, just to the southeast of it, there's a large region that's the biggest Terra on the planet. That's a huge region of complex, broken terrain. Ridges and mountains and folds and that kind of thing all jumbled together, and we'll take a look at those in a little bit more detail. That particular one is called Fortune Terra. Then we have valleys, and of course we all know what a valley is, but they use the name valleys, almost the same in Latin base. There are 72 recognized and named valleys. Most of them are less than 1,000 kilometers across. A few of them are a little bit bigger than that. And then we have something that's called Rupes, and they're basically scarps. Now, a scarp is where typically it's caused by contraction of the crust, where some of the crust starts falling down, and there starts to be a variation in elevation. There'll be like a ridge that can be several kilometers to as much as 50 or 100 kilometers long. We have quite a few of those on the Earth, probably as a result of the contraction of the crust as it cools down. Now, interestingly enough, on Venus, we only have 7 of those identified and named. That's very unusual. You'd expect to find way more than that, especially on a planet the size of Venus. So that may give us some hint as to what we think the volcanology is and what's been happening to the surface of Venus over the last so many millions of years. And we'll get into a little bit more detail there as well. Then we have things that are called Tholus for singular or Tholi for plural. Those are smaller dome-shaped mountains. So they have a specific shape to them. They're kind of dome-shaped. They're not very tall. They tend to be flat. We have 58 of those that have been named. We have things called Planum. Now, Planum is a flat or level plateau, so there's lots of flat areas on the surface, but not so many that are high up at higher elevations. The most famous one is Lakshmi Planum, which is part of the Ishtar Terra region near the North Pole. And there's 3 others that are named. Those are large, flat, level plateaus, flat regions that are at higher elevations. Then, of course, there's a lot of low-lying regions. Those are called planetitious or planetia. And there's 41 that have been named. Some of the more famous ones are Guinevere, 7,500 kilometers across. That's almost 5,000 miles across. Another one, Ano, that's about 3,000 miles across, 5,000 kilometers. So those are all around the planet, 41 that have been named, large, flat regions across the planet. And then we have things called Paterras. We just saw a picture of that. The example was the Saikaweya Paterra. 88 of those have been named. Those are shallow craters, and there should be an R there, shallow craters. There could be impact craters from meteor impacts, calderas, which are the areas where the lava came out of volcanoes, and typically as they cool down, they kind of sink down at the top of the mountain. Collapsed lava chambers and things like that, all causing these large paterras. Those are, or Paterra, because in plural we just put an E behind it. So those are those flat looking indentations on the surface, typically associated with mountains or impact craters. So those are some of the different features on the surface of the planet. Notice the naming convention. They're all Latin-based names. And of course, the actual names of the actual features, they're all named after women. Lots of names like that. Obviously, we're not going to go over all of them, but we'll point out some of the more famous ones. So we need one more video to show you the rest of the geographic features on the surface of the planet.